Time to talk business now. Plenty to get through, and with me, Bill Docherty, who's not only an MBE, he's also a management consultant, knows his stuff, and as I've said before, tells it like it is. Bill, welcome. Always good to see you.
Really nice to see you.
M&S are moving to spinning fields. Is this good in many ways, or is it just a property deal? Really?
It's a property deal. It's a redistribution. They were in Salford Quays. They moved into spinning fields, getting some nice publicity about it. But where are the jobs? And you know, if you try and go down into spinning fields with your car along Deansgate, we're adding another 5 minutes onto the journey by this move. But great, it's fabulous.
Well, is it right for the business to be in the business district? I mean, is it better for the people who are working there?
If you're Marks and Spencer's national firm, doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter where you are.
But is it good for spinning fields, the area, to say we've got a brand name company here?
If you get Marks and Spencer's in, you've just increased your rentals and the security attaching to that. It's fabulous.
So there's a potential knock-on then if other companies come in the wake of this and jobs come off the back of it.
It'll attract new businesses going in there and other types of businesses like Marks and Spencer's. So it's really great for spinning fields, for the development, maybe not so much for the consumer.
OK. But new jobs have been created at a Trafford paper mill, one of these recycling mills.
Yeah, 200 new jobs. Paper mills. But what are they doing? They're creating cardboard boxes. Have you tried to get rid of 100 miles of cardboard box?
Yeah.
Fabulous recycling magic. The product, though, cardboard, is one of the most difficult things to get rid of. So totally support the new jobs. It's fabulous. And it's nice to see that kind of manufacturing type thing coming back.
Yeah, because that's what's on the way, people say, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're losing our manufacturing. Has it been supported by the North West Regional Development
North West Development Agency, working on it for 2 years. Fabulous, fabulous result there. It's really nice to see them, and they're contributing a lot to the North West in some areas. But recently they announced this week a new fund from £250,000 up to, I think it's £5 million. They'll invest. But the majority of businesses...
In new businesses,
startups. But the majority of businesses in the North West require 5, 10, 15, 20, that sort of money. It's small seed capital. So we're going to have to wait for another 6, 12 months before those types of businesses get funding.
So why are they ignoring the small startups then, the entrepreneurs?
There's less risk. Basically, there's less risk. And whenever you look at this, you've got to plan to fail with these small businesses. And it's a case of start 100 businesses, 50% of them fail, 50% of them will succeed. Go at the £250,000 to £5 million, take 100, and you probably have something like 75% of them succeeding, 25% failing.
So it's this off the back of the recession. You've got to be sure with your safe investments and so on and so forth. Primark's had a good Christmas. A lot of retailers have had a good Christmas, but Primark have done extremely well, haven't they? 19% up for the low-cost clothing chain? 19% up. That means if they continue that during the course of the year and in future years, they will double in size in 2 and a bit years. Massive. And the great thing about this is all of that cluster of retailers are attracting everyone. I mean, all my friends are saying, Bill, have you been down? You know, I got a text this week saying, bought a £70 pair of ski gloves for £10. Get down there. So it's the discount retailers. I mentioned to one of your colleagues earlier this week, Poundland's had a particularly good Christmas. They were 35% up quarter on quarter or something. Absolutely astonishing. You have got to dig deep in terms of pricing. Walking along the street here, 70%, nobody in the shops. Well, nobody in Waterstones, I suspect, because they've had a particularly dreadful Christmas. They were down by 1.2%. HMV, who own them, aren't terribly thrilled. They've had a poor time as well, haven't they? Well, just coming along here, I walked into the store, 7 people. In a Waterstones? In a Waterstones. That's a big Waterstones on Deansgate. Only 7 people. Yeah, 7 people. But I came out of it and thought, God, that's bad. And then I walked around past 20 shops, and the maximum number of people in cafes and other stores was 3. I don't know. This is a Thursday night, a shopping night, and there's nobody there. So you're not with the Institute of Economic and Social Research that says we are out of a recession? Oh, we are out of the recession in terms of the economy as a whole, but I think the retailers had a really good Christmas. I think they're going to have an absolutely atrocious January. And most people now lots to spend in December. They're now paying their credit cards, or getting the credit cards, and they are not out there. There was 14 taxis with the lights on. I've never seen that, ever. I couldn't believe it. I thought, People haven't got cash to spend, have they, Bill? No cash. Always good to talk to you, and we'll analyse the January figures in about a month's time. Thanks for your time, as always, Bill.